Ciao ragazzi! Chef Peppino here again. Welcome into the kitchen. Beautiful to see you as always, Today, you're very lucky because we're going to go on a magical adventure to the mystical island of Sicilia, or Sicily in Italy. Specifically the city of Trapani. See, today we are making Pesto alla Trapanese. So the traditional pesto that they make in the city of Trapani. Now we all know and love the classic pesto alla Genovese. Is very basil based, sharp saltiness of the Parmigiano Reggiano, kick of the garlic, toasted pine nuts. It's all good, it's beautiful. In fact, it might have inspired many other kinds of pesto, but this kind of pesto is a sauce that you don't cook, you simply toss in with your cooked pasta, add a little bit of pasta water, a little bit of olive oil, and that is the sauce. Very traditional. Now, you might be asking, Chef Peppino, what is a pesto? What does this pesto mean? Not all pestos are the same after all, right? Right, you're correct, you're very wise, very smart, that's why we're friends. Allora, pesto comes from the Italian word pestare, which means to mash, to crush. And it's no coincidence also that we use something called a mortar and pestle. It's a traditional way, but the Chef Peppino wants to make your life easier, and we're going to use a food processor. Food processor, so easy, it's almost like Chef Peppino is not a real chef. He's joking, of course, it's true, I'm a real chef, come on. Okay, my friends, step number one, we take the ketchup. And what we're gonna do with that ketchup? Amici, there's no room for ketchup in this kitchen. Come on, what do you take me for? Let's cook. Okay,
wait,
so the
Peppino,
next...
what about ketchup? I cannot find
Maurizio,
it.
don't interrupt. I'm filming something, can't you see? Don't worry about what I did with your ketchup. It belongs in the garbage. Yeah, you heard me right. Later I'm gonna take my slipper off. Sorry about that. And so, we all know that pesto alla Genovese, the basil is the star of the show. And there's some pine nuts to support, and a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano. Okay, we know this. But the pesto alla Trapanese reflects the geography of this beautiful tropical island of Sicily. So, we have a lot of sweet, pungent, beautiful flavors that I might as well just show you right now. Sit tight, only for advanced taste buds. If you can handle that, stay in the kitchen and we're gonna cook. Va bene? Let me show you the ingredients. Let's go. Okay, we have 1 clove garlic peeled, 8 ounces of either grape or cherry tomato. Now we have 3 teaspoons of anchovy paste and 2 tablespoons of capers drained, 2 tablespoons of raisins, 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, 1/3 of a cup roasted almonds, and a cup of basil. Okay, my friends, a couple of quick tips for boiling pasta. We're going to blitz up our sauce in a second, but we'll put the pesto on in the meantime. I don't want to hear any complaints about this complexity of rules, okay? Very, very simple, follow the instructions, and your pasta is going to come out well every time, ogni volta, va bene? Number 1, you see this pot I have 500 grams of pasta, so therefore I have like 4 or 5 liters pasta water boiling. Put salt in your water, okay? I put like a couple of tablespoons, 2, 3, even 4 tablespoons. Don't worry about it. The whole point is you want to get the water tasting like the ocean to season the pasta. It's number 1. Number 2, have a cup or a mug nearby because you're gonna save some of your pasta water. In the pasta water exists a lot of starch which bind the pasta to whatever sauce you're making. Okay, very, very simple tips. Number 3, of course, today I chose a linguine and we're not gonna overcook the pasta, we want it al dente. Sempre, always al dente. If it says 10 minutes on the pack, put 5 minutes on the timer and then taste every minute after, okay? 3 tips to make sure your pasta comes out well every time, no fooling around. I trust you ragazzi. Number 4, smile on the face and have fun, okay? So I take my pasta out of the package, into the boiling water it goes, a little bit of a twirl to make it nice and even. And all of our wonderful ingredients into the food processor except the basil and olive oil. And the reason we add the oil after is to preserve that crunchy texture from the almonds. We don't want that to disappear right at the beginning. In goes the olive oil, and we're gonna blitz it up once again. And here the pesto, beautifully textured, thick, little bit crunchy, something interesting for the mouth. Straining our pasta now, and we're saving a cup of that beautiful pasta water inside of the food processor. That goes to mix it around, incorporate, amalgamate the flavors even more. And here we have the final product, our pesto alla Trapanese. Ma che bello! Done, just like that, done. So simple, so fun. Food processor really helps us out, makes us feel like we're even more chefs than we are. Allora, here I have my serving bowl with my al dente pasta, it's good linguine, and we're just taking that beautiful pesto alla Trapanese, wonderful colors there, and we're dumping it into that bowl with the pasta. Okay, all in, va bene. Shake them around a bit if you need, sometimes you gotta cooperate, you gotta tell them who's boss. Ingredients have to know who's boss. The smell is just incredible. I can already, smell some of the brininess from the capers, the sweet accents from the raisins, of course, the nuttiness from the almonds, and the olive oil bring everything together as always. To me, the olive oil is like the motor, always brings everyone together, makes everybody feel okay. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna keep some for some scarpetta later. I'll keep some later there. Here we go, mix it around, mix it in. If you need more pasta water, that's why you have a mug of pasta water. So we're just mixing it in. See what I'm doing? I'm just tossing it with the pasta. I added some pasta water inside the food processor just to blend it up a little bit, but if you need a little bit more, I think I do. That's why we keep a little bit more. A couple more tablespoons in there. We need that starch. See what that starch does is it sticks to the pasta, number one, and basically it makes whatever is around it stick to it. So that's what the magic of the pasta water is. And Italians have been doing this since pasta was around. Allora, mix it around. Mix it around. My mouth is just watering. Peppino, you did good today, man. You did good. But you might say, Peppino, you didn't even taste it yet. I know it's gonna be a flavor explosion. I already know that. And we cannot forget the basil leaves. Throw the basil in there. You might notice my basil is a bit wilted, and that's because from the summertime, from the garden, I freeze the basil in the freezer. Maintains the beautiful flavor, but of course loses some of that fresh basil texture. But hey, some things in life are not pretty, but they're beautiful. You know what I mean? Ma, get your hands in there. Show it who's boss, Could I have put the basil in the food processor? Of course I could, but I just want a little bit more freshness on the tongue, in the mouth when I'm eating this. Ragazzi, you see, so excited. I can't even stop smiling. I try to frown, I'm just gonna start smiling again. Because this pasta is delicious, mannaggia così. It's beautiful. Okay, I'm going to plate with one of my favorite bowls. This is a pasta. It's from my mama. My mama gave me this bowl. Shout out to all the mamas out there. Why can't Chef Peppino have a snack? I didn't eat yet. It's time to eat. So let's eat together, va bene? A tip for the long pasta: when you put it into the plate, twist your serving spoon so you create a little bit of a nest, va bene? Okay. And would you look at that? Come on. Come on. Gorgeous. So aromatic, so perfumey, almonds, raisins, capers, basil, tomato, olive oil. Incredible. Speaking of olive oil, since olive oil is like the mama, a little bit more of olive oil on the top. Why not? A little bit more olive oil. Never hurt nobody. It's that time of the day, friends. We're gonna taste. Andiamo. Just like to admire it like art, you know. Like art almost. Just twirl it up in a little bundle of joy, and into the mouth it goes. And I'm not bragging, I'm just using ingredients to their full potential. What a beautiful fresh sauce. Look how quick that was. We didn't do any work. The food processor did the work and combined these marvelous flavors. Really is an explosion of flavor in the mouth. This sweet balance of the raisins and the tomato with the umami balance of the anchovy and the capers. Such a beautiful, intense marriage inside of this, in this bowl. Different flavors, definitely different flavors, but isn't what's different about flavors and life and the people, isn't that what keeps us coming back each and every time? Allora, don't be scared to try these new flavors, because you're gonna feel good about them and you're gonna be proud. You try something new and then voila! It ended up being marvelously beautiful. Okay, e ragazzi, the pesto alla Trapanese tastes fabulous when you make it fresh and a little bit warm with the pasta, but even if it's cold, a couple hours later in the fridge, a day later, 2 days, 3 days, now we're talking. The flavor is going to more intensify in this beautiful cold pasta salad. You don't need to use a long pasta, use any pasta you like. Use your creativity, imagination, whatever you like. There you go, you make it your own. Ragazzi, I want to thank you one more time for being with me in the kitchen today. So happy that we could share the pesto alla Trapanese together. Behave yourselves, cook your pasta well, wash your hands, be good to your mother, and we see each other next time. Ciao ragazzi!
Wait, Peppino, where are my ketchup? I cannot find it.